Hi everyone, I'm Camilla Bevington. Thank you so much for watching this video. Now, we are now in June and lots of you as small business owners are going to be reopening your businesses very soon under obviously safe guidelines as advised by our government. And I want to just give you a few pointers and a few things to think about before you reopen your doors, before you kickstart your business. We all started the new year, the new decade, with lots of dreams and aspirations and goals and lots of targets and objectives for our businesses and our brands. And unfortunately, many of us, myself included, we've all been affected by the global pandemic, and some of us, again myself included in this, some of us have had to pause some aspects of our business, some of us have not been able to operate at all. And I just want to commend everybody that has been able to take your business online, continue to stay visible during this whole process, and to keep this, especially the small business community, to keep that community alive. So well done to everybody that's powered through, that's continued offering lots of inspirational content, lots of information along the way. So that's been fantastic. So what I want to do in this short video, I want to keep it as short as possible, is to give you some things to think about, things that you should really be doing in the background before you reopen, or just generally when you've got some spare time on your hands. The first obvious thing is your social media content strategy. Make sure that you've got your content strategy in place. Make sure that you've got those ideas ready. Perhaps start creating that content so that you can be really organised, and even maybe schedule. I know some of us like to live life on the edge and a bit rogue, and we just post when the moment takes us. But if you want to be organised and manage your very, very precious time, then it's a really good idea to just get ahead and get scheduling, get writing, get that vibe going again, get used to writing again, get used to taking pictures again. So kind of get used to those processes again, and soon it will all come back to how it felt before, very natural, hopefully. Going back to basics with marketing, the one thing I have been saying to a lot of my coaching clients and retainer clients is use this time to perform some research. Is there a market for your business? Of course there is, because I believe there is a seat for everybody at this table. But really define your ideal clients. Who are you targeting, and are they going to buy your product? Perhaps you need to refresh how it looks. Perhaps you need to review your pricing. Perhaps you need to think about location and where you're actually positioning your brand and where you are sold. Perhaps you need to be exploring new wholesalers and new collaboration ideas. So do your research, do your homework, look at what your competitors are doing, be inspired, come up with something new. Perhaps you could perform some focus groups, which are really, really valuable. Maybe some surveys to existing customers, find out, do they enjoy buying from you? What do they like? What don't they like? Would they pay for this? Would they not pay for that? So it's a really good time to actually get your research, because it is your research and the results of your research that actually helps shape your marketing strategy, helps put those marketing strategies in place, and then you can implement them and run with your business. So the research is really, really important. The next thing I want to talk to you about is time management. All of us have really struggled with time management recently, especially those of us that have had children at home. I myself have literally barely had 1 to 2 hours a week to work on my own marketing, because my coaching and my retainer clients have always been my priority. So really think about your time management. What have you got time to be doing? What can you outsource? What do you want to hold on to? Those aspects of your marketing and your business planning that you want to hold on to, are you ready? Do you feel confident? Do you need to get in touch with a coach to help you along the way? A little bit of a sales pitch there, but just make sure that you know how much time in a week you've got to manage your marketing and how you can prioritize, because you can't do everything. Like I say, I've had 1 to 2 hours a week during lockdown to work on my own marketing. That doesn't give me time to record a podcast, write a blog post, record a video, send an email, do all these different things. So I've had to prioritize, and I want you to do the same. The next thing I want to talk to you about is going back to basics, looking at your marketing assets. Does your website copy need a revamp? Does your grid and your visual social media branding, does it need a refresh? Do you need to perhaps explore sites like Canva to help you design it and use Plannerly to make sure it all looks exactly how you want it to look? Do you need to employ somebody to do some copywriting for you and to look at your wording? Do you need to look at your photography? Have you got some up-to-date current images? Perhaps it's a time to employ a local photographer to do some social distancing shoots so that you've really got some fantastic quality images, because your own images, I hope you all know, your own images are so valuable because they are yours. They showcase you, they showcase your products, your brand. So I really highly recommend speaking to a photographer if you can, to get a library of images so that when you come back, everything, so your branding, your copy, your photography, all your assets are refreshed, they've been reviewed, they've been edited, and they are exactly how you want them to be. Because quite often you might have had a photo shoot done, you might have written lots of your copy across all of your channels and your blogs and your website everywhere, but they might have been done a few years ago, so they might be out of date, they might not be as current. Perhaps consider something a bit more seasonal. Really think about what your ideal client wants to see. I always champion bringing out that lifestyle vibe and that editorial feel on social media, because it's not really a space just to be salesy. So try and find a photographer that's really, really specialised in lifestyle photography. That is my one tip for you. And I can recommend quite a few. So if you do want to know any, please let me know and I'll be happy to put you in touch. I also want you to use this time to think about your overall strategy. There is a world outside of social media. I talk about this a lot to my clients. People are very transfixed on this one space, which, yes, is so important for your overall marketing plan, but there is a world outside of it. And how are you going to find all those ideal customers of yours that might not have an Instagram account, that might not be on Facebook? So really, really think about how you're going to approach them. Perhaps now's a good time to start writing some blog posts and launch a blog, because we all know that a blog is fantastic for your SEO and for Google. It gives you a voice of authority. So perhaps that's something that you need to be thinking about now. Perhaps you need to be looking at what events are coming up. What events could you exhibit at? What retailers could you collaborate with for something really special in store? What other service providers and industry experts could you team up with to host an event that you could actually charge a fee, so you can actually earn some money out of it as well? Where can you create a PR strategy using events as a chance to get yourself out there? Because we can all get a vague idea of each other using video and social media and Instagram stories, and that's really great, but there's nothing like meeting somebody in the flesh. I mean, even with me and my client work before lockdown, I always saw my clients in person. There's just something really magical about that real connection. So have a look at what events could be relevant for you, or create your own event idea and pop it on your marketing strategy. I highly recommend events. Events are incredibly powerful for your reputation and for your overall PR. Use this time to think about launching an email newsletter, whether it's weekly, monthly, seasonally, I don't care. But the fact that you can create an email database, those people are already interested. All of us on social media, we're a little bit flaky. We'll see something, scroll it, we might react, we might not. But actually, when you're capturing customer email addresses, they are already interested. You just need to convince them to jump over the hurdle and actually buy from you, and to have them have their email address on a database that you can send an email to occasionally, following the GDPR regulations. They're already interested, and that data is gold dust. So you just now need to create an exciting email that is going to entice them, make them click onto your website, encourage them to buy that from you, or to watch that teaser video that you've, etc., etc. But email is really, really powerful. It has been for a long time, and it still is really, really powerful. Collaborations. I love a collaboration. So I talked about this in a couple of other videos, so I won't go into too much detail about this, but perhaps now's the time to research and write a wish list of who you would like to collaborate with, whether it's to create a joint workshop, whether it's to create a photo shoot, a PR opportunity, a PR stunt. It could be any reason to collaborate with another local business, or not local, another business, local or not, where you have similar ideal clients, but you have different skill sets. So you're not competitors necessarily, although I love seeing competitors collaborate. I do it a lot, and it's just such a feel-good vibe for me personally. But to collaborate with other professionals with similar customer audiences, again, can be a really, really powerful marketing exercise for you. Moving on to PR, that's kind of where I'm going with this. Now's a really good time to make sure that you've got a press release. A press release is a really, really valuable business document that every small business should have. It outlines the what, the where, the who, the why, what you're doing, what your key messages are, what is your story. When you are dealing with PR, you do need to have a hook. So that's why it's good to speak to somebody like me or somebody else that specialises in PR and storytelling, because journalists and influencers, bloggers are only really going to respond to something that's got a really valuable hook, and that could be a charity collaboration, it could be a media first, it could be a Guinness World Record or whatever it is, a new launch perhaps. So you need to have a reason for PRing, but having a press release document is a really useful tool just to save on your computer, and you can send it to trade partners, potential wholesalers, people you want to collaborate with, journalists, bloggers. It's really useful to have at the ready to send out, to react to, especially to a topical event that's going on in the world, and you just want to press send on something because it's really relevant to you, and yeah, you can go from there. So always have a press release ready. Perhaps use this time to come up with a bit of a PR strategy. People don't invest in PR enough. Again, it's really, really valuable. Nothing's out of the question. If you want to get onto that sofa on this morning, set your eyes on it, and you can make it happen. Or whether it's radio, whether it's columns, just come up. Where do you want to be? Where are your ideal clients? That is the key in all of this. How am I doing? I'm 11.5 minutes, so I'm going to try and round this up. Make sure that your website is up to date as well. I think I spoke about this in terms of copy, but again, now's the time to have a refresh. Update the copy, update your blogs, put some new photos of yourself on there, perhaps invest in a little bit of advertising surrounding your website, maybe some keyword advertising, maybe some Facebook ads as well, but make sure you work with a niche Facebook ad person. Again, I can recommend, I do Facebook ads, but I always prefer to outsource because it's such a niche and it involves so much detail and so much time, and because I'm more of a brand guardian, brand manager, social media manager, kind of coaching consultant, I try and help brands across all aspects of their marketing business, but I do work with a few Facebook ad specialists. If you'd like some recommendations, it's fine, just let me know. So putting all of this aside, I feel like I've really just done a big old brain dump on you all. I hope this video has been helpful. Lots of ideas. I don't want you to have a sense of marketing overwhelm, because there's so much you can do. The world is your oyster with regards to marketing, but you have just got to decide how much time you've got in your day or in your week to do it, and you need to prioritise. And the best way to prioritise is to really decide where your ideal clients are, and then you can go from there with your different marketing strategies and how you're going to reach them. I hope this has been helpful. Please follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me online, come into my closed Facebook group if you wish, just search for my name, Camilla Bevington, and I really look forward to receiving comments and feedback. If there's anything else that you want to know ahead of reopening your business or just generally, please mention them in the comments or send me a DM and I will try and cover them off in future videos. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Take care. See you soon.